Sorry, I was backstage watching our video.
Oh my God! Dude, that was a great edit. Did you do the work?
No, it wasn't me. I can't take credit for that, but it was good edit.
It was great. It was great. Hi everybody.
What's up, Edmonton? This kind of reminds me of a pep rally because of the side seating.
It's real.
I feel like the football team's going to run through a giant piece of paper.
Well, I've been videotaping the floor this whole time. Amazing. That's going to turn out great.
That's your best movie.
Hello, everybody. Sean Gunn.
Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you.
Nice to see you, sir. I hope that you're going to behave yourself for the next...
You know the Guardians of the Galaxy thing? No. I'm talking Gilmore Girls.
I'm more of a Walking Dead fan myself.
I do my homework. I saw some Gilmore Girls just this past week.
Oh yeah?
Just so that I can do some shit to you. I don't know. But I can't do anything. It was great. I love your stuff.
Thanks, Ricker.
You know, you gotta have ammo.
Did you watch the whole season or just?
Ammo on you as well.
Oh gosh.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
You know you're not a funny man.
I know I'm not funny at all.
Anyway.
Are we talking about anything, or should we just get right to
No, we're
questions?
just talking. You know. What do you want to talk about?
Hey, this backpack.
What about it?
What's in there? Don't open that.
I'm not allowed to say.
Oh God. I'm always curious. You always have that thing.
I do.
And it just looks like fun.
There are different things in that backpack in the States than there are here in Canada.
I comprehend, amigo. All right, we actually have microphones set up for questions, right? We have one over here and one over there. So you guys can go ahead and queue up if you have questions for Mr. Brooker and Mr. Gunn.
You can queue up?
You can queue up.
Yeah, they say that up here, don't they?
They do.
In England, they say that stuff.
Yeah, British influence.
In the States, we just say line your asses up.
You like? You can say that too. Line your asses up.
It also says Zed, by the way. It says Z.
Zed,
So when you're
yes.
spelling the name Zed, just so you know.
Yeah.
I like it. I think it's
Did you gain weight?
kind of classes it up a little bit. When I was over where?
You know, doing Guardians of the Galaxy in London.
Oh,
Dude, I gained 15 pounds.
I don't think I could gain weight.
I
Fish and
did. I
chips
gained 15 pounds.
for the food.
Yeah, the food was awesome.
All right, question.
Hi, everybody.
I did gain weight in Bogota, though. Rooker and I were just doing this movie in Bogota, Colombia, called the Delco Experiment. It's really cool. You just keep an eye out for
Just
it.
finished it?
Anyway, yeah, sorry to interrupt. I'm just kind of going.
You can interrupt. I interrupt all the time.
Yeah, good.
It's payback.
Let's start over here. Go ahead.
All right, hit me.
All right, I just want to say, I really loved your roles in Guardians of the Galaxy, as well as in Lollipop Chainsaw.
Oh.
And speaking of Lollipop Chainsaw, my question is about that. Can you, please explain what was working on that? Do you have any, favorite moments from it or something?
From Lollipop Chainsaw?
Yeah, the video game.
For those of you who don't know, Lollipop Chainsaw is a video game that my brother James wrote, and I play this character called Swan, who's one of the bad guys from what I understand. I've never actually played the game. I heard it's very fun, but I'm not a gamer. You didn't do anything for Lollipop Chainsaw?
Yeah, I did. I played Viking.
Viking?
Yeah, I was Viking. I was a big, giant Viking head.
And you were an amazing.
That bounced up and down and
Nice.
would smash. I would smash you.
It was fairly, doing those video games is much different than doing something else. It's not like you meet the rest of the people doing it or anything. You're pretty much just there with the people producing the game, and it's one session in a booth. It's not terribly exciting. It was fun. I mean, I don't know. You've done way more video games. We're just a video game guy.
Yeah, I'd done Black Ops 1. We did a map pack called Call of the Dead, and that was awesome. Great zombie killing game. I play myself. It's with about 5 other good-for-nothing, scum-sucking pig actors. And then I did Black Ops 2 with Mike Harper. You know, I was a tan, kind of Hispanic-looking Michael Rooker with a big tattoo, and I was always checking out the girls and trying to get some action in the middle of shooting everybody.
Began
I don't understand. that was.
It was like you, but not totally disgusting.
Exactly.
Right. Okay, I got it. It sounds pretty fun,
Rated
actually.
for all audiences.
Sounds nice. All right, let's get. Thank you.
How about this side?
This
How about
young man
question?
over here.
Hi, I was wondering, do you guys think that Guardians of the Galaxy and the Avengers are ever going to meet up? Because you guys have an Infinity Stone and so do the Avengers.
You want me to answer that?
Sure.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm not at liberty to say that. Answer. You'll have to use your own imagination. Thank you. Good question. Next.
It's like, I hate you. Mom! Okay, we'll go to this side.
He didn't answer my question.
No
He's a
one
bad
knows.
man.
No one knows what happened to the last young man that he told the answer to that question to. He hasn't been seen or heard from in some time.
Yes, this
Yes,
side.
sir.
Hi, I was just
Ma'am.
wondering, yes,
You know, we can't really see it here. Yeah,
Sometimes
you're gender neutral, everyone. Go ahead. I mean, no, that's more. That's not good. How about
Yo, works.
y'all?
Y'all.
I like that.
Gender neutral.
Yes. Don't hear a lot of y'alls in Edmonton. Go on.
For Guardians of the Galaxy, this is a question for both of you. How long was it in the makeup chair, and what did you have to go through?
Well, I mean, it was much different. He had the tough part.
I had a little bit of prosthetic on the head for my my mohawk, and then the rest was in the paint booth, which was actually pretty cool. You had to go in there too, right? Did you not?
I didn't get much pain. I just had to get scars put on. So
Oh, okay.
I was out of the makeup chair in like an hour and 15 minutes, which for something like that is not bad at all. He was in there for
I
hours.
was in, the makeup, prosthetic stuff took probably about 3 hours or so. And then it took me a bloody hour to get my wardrobe on. Because I had to have a dresser. Did you have a dresser?
Yeah.
Yeah, they give you dressers over there. I'm like, I get a dresser? I mean, I don't need a dresser. There's drawers right here. I could use these. But I know they meant a dresser. So then my imagination's like thinking, oh,
It's
maybe
England, man. You've seen down now.
I could get like twins, you know. But no. I got this young lad, red hair, and he was my dresser, and I'm like, okay. But it took a lot of effort. The boots were very tight fitted, very customized, tight fitted boots, and the pants were very tight too. So, and I couldn't use my hands because the makeup would get all rubbed off and stuff. So I really actually.
That's amazing. Was the makeup actually airbrushed on you?
It was mostly airbrushed.
Yeah.
It was in a booth with an amazing team of artists, and they did it every time I was on call. I had to do that.
Rooker got so accustomed to having a dresser that when we go to these conventions, he calls up to my hotel room and has me come down and put his clothes on for him.
I have a dresser. I paid for a dresser. I have it on there.
First time I thought it was kind of weird, but now I'm kind of enjoying it myself too. It's not so
You
bad.
know, I mean, I don't have boots, but you know, you tie really funny. My shoestrings, I never liked the way he ties my shoestrings.
Gotta work on that, Sean. Come on. All right, thank you so much. Oh, this side.
Did that answer your question? It's amazing I'm actually answering questions.
I know.
Next.
Yes.
What was your favorite scene to do in Guardians of the Galaxy?
Favorite scene, guys.
What do you think? Your favorite scene, sir?
Well, it's tricky for me because I was doing double duty. I was both playing Kraglin and I was playing Rocket on set, and some of the Rocket days were a lot of fun. But I really liked, I really liked the day where we filmed the 12% of a plan scene. It was a lot of fun, and we got a whole day to shoot that scene, which is kind of rare to have that much time to really spend on something that's just an acting scene with no visual effects other than, of course, rocking through. But yeah, that was a really fun day. I also loved it. I was there when Rooker did his badass arrow shooting through all the what are they, Sakaran soldiers, or is that what they're called? And that day was awesome too. There was something really cool about that.
Turn it off.
Go ahead. You answer that question. What's your favorite day?
I'm back on. Okay. What do you guys, turned it off while I put it down? Off on. Anyway, somebody's back there watching me, and they turn it off every time I put it down. That's funny. Oh. Gotcha. You know, I enjoyed the scene where I get to go.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
And stuff like that. That was so much. That was all ad-lib stuff. James was he was in the back of the camera, and he'd go, "I'll say blah 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 blah," and I go, and so we just ad-libbed the whole thing. It was just hilarious. I mean, I was
yeah, that was fun.
I was liking that a lot. I enjoy a little bit of comedy, and so I never get a real big opportunity to do that too often. So when I get a chance to do it, I truly enjoy it, and I have fun doing it. Yeah, good question, Tom.
Thank you. Over here.
Hi, I love Guardians of the Galaxy. I thought it was absolutely brilliant. What would you say was your most, I guess, treasured or best part about working on this film?
Well, for me, it was the part that I sort of treasure the most is the fact that I was working with my brother, who we've been working with each other on various projects when we can, almost our whole lives, and to see how well he did with it and the level of success that the movie achieved, I thought was great. And I love the fact that my brother brings people like Rooker and other actors that he trusts and knows are great, and that he brings them back to work on projects multiple times. And so, making a hit movie is cool, but doing it with people that you love and admire and like are cool is the best. There's really nothing better than that. I was serious. Now you can say something
What was that question again?
Treasured or the best part about working on Guardians of the Galaxy?
The paydays. I drink a lot of water, and I need that big payday to buy my water. Good question.
Let's go over here.
Yes.
Mr. Rooker, I got a question for you. If
Yes, sir.
you had to actually race Tom Cruise on a NASCAR track, do you think you could win?
Dude, I cheat. Whenever there's competition and I can cheat, I cheat. There's nothing wrong with that if you tell the person right up front, I'm going to cheat. I'm going to kick your butt and I'm going to cheat doing it. You got a problem with that? Okay, let's do it. And so I cheat. I win all the time. Yeah, I would win.
I don't think he was very satisfied with that answer, but that's okay. That's okay. We're gonna go on the next one. What do you mean? That's what next one over here.
The real answer would have been, who knows?
Yeah, right. Tom is actually a great director.
All right.
Hi guys, I love you in Guardians of the Galaxy, but if you could be any other superhero in the Marvel Universe, who do you think you would be?
Silver Surfer.
Nice
That was
choice.
my answer, man.
Is that really your answer?
Yeah! He took my answer! Cheater! I'm a big Hulk fan. I love the Hulk. I watched that series when I was a kid on television, and Lou Ferrigno's a good buddy of mine now, and I love to have his arms. Oh my God. Dude, he's in great shape.
Yeah, no, I've seen him around.
He's great. Oh, like his 80s, right? Something like that.
For Rick? You're just starts talking.
You do not believe anything I say to you. You know that. I'm telling you right now, I cheat, I lie, and you should not believe me.
You guys are lucky to get complete sentences, believe me. There you go. Some of these, there's a pile of drool at the bottom of the stage when we walk off, and there's a lot of monosyllabic grunting and whatnot.
It's Canada, man. I gotta behave myself.
Yeah. You gotta be polite as you can be.
You've been actually verbose this time around. Remember when we were in Kansas City, Sean?
I don't know what you're talking
about.
What do you mean?
Nothing. We're going over here.
No, I think we're over here. We're going over here now?
I thought we were over here. Yeah, we're over here.
Okay, we're on this one.
Go ahead.
Young man.
You're always the bad guy. Would you like to be the good guy once?
Oh, man.
Why? Thank you. Good question. Next.
He's gonna have nightmares in your face.
Awesome question, man. Awesome question.
Yes, sir. We have a strange brew hat over here.
Bronchos have great taste.
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
Where you from, eh?
Jane from Firefly. Adam Baldwin's character.
Oh,
nice, okay.
You're looking a little bit Canadian.
That's about right. Anyway, my question. Yondu looks very different in the comics, more like one of the Na'vi from Avatar going through a punk phase. Did you have any say in his redesign for the movie? Or any part in the redesign?
I am not at liberty to say anything about anything. Good question.
Mostly, can I answer that one for real for you?
You can answer that?
I can't. Wait, you had input into the look of the character?
Well, in general, do I have an input into the look of the character? With James Gunn? No.
That's the correct answer. Yeah, no,
No, not really. I'm game for anything, so, you know.
Most of that stuff, I mean, other than what's, you know, there's certain things that adapt once the actors are cast, but for the most part, that stuff is pretty much done before the
I mean, I
casting gets
bitched and
around.
cried about, oh man, I thought I was going to be in a loincloth.
Yeah.
No, I usually all that stuff is done before we even get there yet.
Captain America.
Okay, Captain America, go for it.
A whistle with control and stick.
Did I do the
How does a
whistling?
whistle control a teeny tiny stick?
How can a whistle control a teeny tiny stick?
Yeah.
My whistle controls a lot of things, my friend.
It's the power of the whistle.
Did you see that?
No.
Because you had your eyes closed.
No, eyes closed. I'm blind.
All right. My whistle controls a lot of things. Yondu has a very powerful whistle. You know that, right?
Yeah, I saw that.
All right. Just remember that, Captain America.
I know that, Captain.
Thank you, sir.
Nice to see you, Captain.
See ya.
Yes, on this side, please.
Yeah. I would actually hear much more whistling. I want to hear the Yondu whistle.
You mean like now?
Yes, ma'am.
Sounded a little more like a demand than a question.
Dude. I mean, really?
I can threaten if you want.
Let me hear your threat. Let me hear a threat.
Yeah, bring it
I will
on.
come on stage.
Yeah.
I will look into your eyes.
Yes.
And I will just guilt you into
Terrifying.
I'm scared. Okay, just for that, I'll give you a whistle. You ready? Okay, close your eyes.
I got a little turned on right there. I wasn't expecting that at all.
That was pretty damn amazing. What do you think?
That's good.
I mean,
Good.
that's like saying to a comedian, make me laugh, right? And they do? That's amazing. That's amazing. I mean, that almost never happens.
Yellow-shirted gentleman.
I really appreciated the strange Roo reference. Not a lot of Americans know Bob and Doug, and actually probably not a lot of the younger generation knows them either. But
Yeah, show my age
Not
more than
anything,
anything.
I think. But and Mr. Rooker, I listened to your live Nerdist episode from San Diego, and all the pictures I've seen with you. You always seem to be having a blast. What keeps you going and so energetic? And do you really just enjoy coming to conventions that much?
That's actually a fantastic question.
Good question.
We don't usually get questions like
It's
that.
called acting. Yep, it's true. I'm not really smiling. Thinking of bad things, which actually makes me smile. I do have a great time. I love people. I enjoy this kind of stuff. And the Nerdist is just, well, you know, you've heard the show. So how can you not have fun on that show? Thank you. Good question.
Thanks.
All right, next up.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
How would you deal with like a crazy stalker fan?
Why, are you in the market?
I did not expect that to happen.
We rehearse that often.
After Gunn dresses you in the room, we rehearse that.
That's right. Yes, good question.
Do not try to harass Mr. Rooker outside. I think this is your crazy one.
Oh, okay, here. Hello. That's right.
Next question.
This is a question for Mr. Rooker.
Yes, sir.
I know every man here wants to know the answer to this question, and probably half the women. In a fist fight, who's going to win, Yondu or Merle?
Dude, both of those characters have sharp objects. You know? Yeah.
Well, given your predilection to cheating.
Yeah, it's true. Both those guys cheat a little bit too, I think. It's going to be a hard fought fight. Yeah, I really, I don't know, I'll have to call James Gunn about that and discuss it with him. I'll have you an answer next year.
Rooker gives the diplomatic answer. Personally, I think Yondu would waste Merle. But I was, you know, I was...
Yandu is an alien, dude. He's blue.
He is blue, and he's got like superpowers.
There's no fist fighting. I mean, Yandu, I didn't have a fist fight in Guardians.
No, but you punched Pratt in the stomach a couple of times.
Oh, yeah.
That was a funny day on set, because Rooker was really well on.
He likes being punched. Personally. And he likes it so much, he wanted it to be harder. And I'm like, I look at him and I go, yeah, just dude, give it to me.
Yeah, he's like, make it real. I want it to be as real as possible.
He really wanted...
And then after we shot, he was like, oh man.
It sounded like this.
It's like, no, it's better.
It's weird. I know. He started almost crying. He almost cried.
That's true.
There's one of those little short ones, you know, just like a little thing, you know, it's nice little punch.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, no.
Oh, wait, are we done?
Anyway, what was that question? No, I don't think.
Oh, Merle or Yandu?
Merle or Yandu. Okay, yeah, forget it. Next.
Hi there, this is a question for Sean. I'm just wondering what the process for filming Rocket on set was.
Basically, we would do, we would have to get at least 3 takes of every shot. And in the first shot, I would be in the green suit, and I would try to get my eyes to wherever Rocket's eyes were.
This is a long answer. I'm going to take a nap.
Yeah,
because it's quite an extensive answer.
Yeah.
Really is.
So I would crouch down and I would do the scenes from there so that the other actors would be talking to, when they looked at Rocket's face, they'd be looking at a face and interacting with an actor. And then on the second and third shots, they'd do one with like a tennis ball or a light on a stick where his face is, and then one totally blank when there's nothing there, so that the animators have a variety of reference points. For the most part, when I'm in there, it's the rehearsal shot. But sometimes they'll end up using that shot in the final take, which is why I'm in the green suit, so they can eliminate me from the process. So yeah, without getting too into it, it's a whole long thing. It's really interesting being part of a character that really a team of people creates rather than one person, you know, because I'm there, I'm not just asking the director what he wants, but I'm also asking the visual effects team, what can I do to make your job easier once you get into post, in terms of what I'm holding or what I'm doing with my face or how I'm moving my head back and forth or whatever it is.
I gotta tell you, I was on set one day watching, and it was, honestly, it was confusing as hell. And I'm like, what is going on here? It was interesting. I mean, it looked very, very complicated. For everyone involved. For you, I was like, there's no way. How is he doing that? I mean, because you're on your, you're...
Yeah, I'm not, I'm actually walking.
We went to the same acting school, by the way.
Yes, we did.
The Goodman School, the theater school at DePaul University.
Correct.
And I'm telling you, I saw a raccoon up there. It was awesome. He had to like walk around like a little raccoon. So he's like squatted down on his haunches, and you're moving around, jumping up on tables and jumping. How is he doing it?
Got a lot of exercise.
That was amazing. Yoga or something, I don't know. He was very, very limber.
It was fun though, thank you. Good question.
Very good question.
Thanks. This side.
Hi, I was just wondering who your favorite person to work with was, each of you, obviously other than each other.
Oh, I would have never said anything.
How did you know we were going to say that? I mean, Sean Gunn is by far one of my favorite people to work with. What do you mean? That's true. Sean is so true.
Yeah, we've worked together on a lot of things.
He's an absolute gentleman, and we've worked together. I worked when you were Human Z.
That's right.
On a show. He was Human Z. That was delivered by helicopter, and never mind, I won't get into it. Okay, and then I worked with you on... No, that wasn't you in Days of Thunder.
We did Super. And then, yeah.
Super, we did Super.
I actually do, in all honesty, I love working with Rooker because he's, as much as he's like a crazy man when he's out here in front of y'all, he's actually quite a great professional on set and is wonderful to work with. I would say, without even being overly like giving the easy answer, it is true that my brother James does his due diligence before he casts a movie, and not only casts great actors but great people as well. And Guardians was a really good group of people, pretty much top to bottom. They were all really great, and I, Rooker I've been friends with for a long time. The ones I've worked with the most were, David, Chris, and Zoe, and they were all great.
Good stuff. Yeah, good answer. And we just finished another movie of his brother. His brother wrote it and produced it. It was Belco, and it was down in Columbia.
In Columbia.
And, that was an awesome group of individuals.
Awesome cast. Yeah. Tony Goldwyn and John Gallagher Jr. and John C. McGinley.
You get on these shoots and you do your work, you're tired, at the end of the day you go back to the hotel, go out and grab a bite or something. But I tell you, on Belco, we all got on this little, what was that?
Oh, WhatsApp thread.
WhatsApp thing. And we would have these private conversations, and everybody would want to know, well, where are you eating tonight? And all of a sudden there's like 15, 18 people at the same restaurant from the same movie. We hung out together almost every day, and it was really a joy. It was really a great time down there.
A lot of fun.
Good question.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
Go for it, girl.
Hi.
Boy.
Not
Neutral gender person.
I was just wondering, what was your favorite or strongest memory from Michael Mallrats and Sean from Gilmore Girls?
That's a good question.
Good. Go ahead. I have a very short answer, so you go ahead and do yours if you want to think.
Yeah, my answer is my favorite memory, our strongest memory from Gilmore Girls, which I loved doing and had such a wonderful time with that cast. Was when I did a scene in an episode in season 2, I believe, where I buy a basket from Suki, and then I have this, and I had this scene with Jackson where he's buying the basket back, and I remember it so well because it was the first time when I really felt like a solid part of the show. And until then, I wasn't sure if I was going to be, how often they were going to be bringing me back, and I would just come on for a line or two here and there, and that was like a nice little, I'm like, oh, this is really a show I think I'm going to be with for a long time, which was a very nice feeling when you're, an actor who's on and off, sort of like struggling and pounding the pavement for work, to finally like have something land where you're going to be regular.
It feels like a home, right? Like for Mallrats, to me, I have two favorite moments. One is the hot tub. We would have hot tubs together, all of the people.
Remember, there are children in the audience right now.
It was a nice hot tub thing.
And the other moment?
The other moment was when they were trying to teach me how to skateboard.
Oh boy.
Oh, I know. The guy brought on his favorite skateboard, and he showed me the skateboard, and he showed me what to do with the skateboard. And I tried one of those little things where you flip the board and land back on the board.
How'd that go?
I did it, and I landed right on the board, but when I did, the board went. And my favorite moment is not when the board broke. My favorite moment was watching his face after the board had broken. It was so amazing. It was like, he was so sad. Oh my God, it was awesome. I just crushed his little board. Oh yeah, favorite moment.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, wow. Okay, over here.
So Michael, I really enjoyed you in The Walking Dead. We're just wondering if you're doing a storyline in Fear the Walking Dead.
I am not at liberty to say anything about In Fear of the Walking Dead or The Walking Dead or anything. What else do you want to know? Honestly, good question.
Thank you. Let's go over here, please.
Did I answer that okay?
You sure did. That was
I
great.
answered that
That was good.
I thought I did good. AMC's going to be very happy that I answered things. I answered things really good. Yeah. Good question. What's your name, hon? Nice name. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
As a theater technician, I kind of have to ask this question. What was one of the most moments that you're just like, what the heck are these guys doing when you were on set for Guardians of the Galaxy?
What were those guys doing? Which guys? The
grips, techs.
Oh.
Like a,
I think we've both been in the business a long time, and we know exactly what you guys do.
Yeah, I think that's right. I will say it wasn't an enormous crew though. I mean, there was a lot of people.
There's a lot of stuff going on.
There's a lot going on.
You know, I can't really concentrate on that stuff. I'm more concerned about, not worrying about that. But you know what I mean? I can't be worried about, what gels on the light when I'm down there,
Yeah.
saying stuff like, that's hard to say.
And Guardians was a pretty tight ship, so they do a good job of making space feel like a workspace for actors where we're, and not just a set with tons of things all over the place, but
wires and cables running everywhere.
But yeah, there is wires and cables.
You have to deal with it sometimes.
Yeah, of course.
They try to make it invisible for us, so it makes it easier for us anyway. Yeah, we love working with people who do that, and that's what you guys do best. You get the behind the scenes and you make it so that the workspace for the actor is, sort of
all right, I'm getting bored.
void of that stuff.
Thank you.
And then one time.
Thank you for the question. Over here, please.
If you could have been like one other person in Guardians of the Galaxy, what would you have been?
Wow.
Okay, if you could be another character in Guardians of the Galaxy, who would you have been?
Do we get their payday?
Yes.
I would have been Star-Lord and Gamora and...
Yeah, exactly. I don't know, between Crackman and Rocket, and I did Thanos' lines off camera, and I did one of the current guards. I'm very happy not taking on any other roles in Guardians.
Yeah, no kidding. I think Yondu was pretty much written for me, so I was very pleased and very happy with the result. And I usually don't see myself as, anything else on the projects.
Yeah,
when I choose
we're pretty happy with where we are.
When I get cast, I don't do that kind of game. Sometimes when actors are preparing, like in theater, you would like, hey, let's switch characters. Whenever an actor would say that to me, I would look at them and say this: if you ever say that to me again, don't ever say that to me again.
That's true. It is annoying when people say that.
Yeah. Come on.
It's like they just want to tell you how they would do your lines.
Yeah, I'm like, are you kidding me? Get out of town. No, go ahead. Good question.
We have 2 minutes left, so let's get all these questions in.
2 minutes.
Speed answer. Okay. Here.
My question's for Mr. Rooker, and I just want to say before I ask it that I love your work. And I find myself, whenever I watch your work,
what about my work?
Actually, well, no. My daughter loves your work.
Okay.
She's a huge Gilmore Girls fan, right? So I can,
Thanks.
vicariously.
I personally do not care for your work, but my daughter loves your work.
Hey, you guys are butting into my answer.
It's all right. I know, I never got one. All right, yeah, you love the work. Go on. I'm sorry.
What's your question? Go ahead.
Anyway, so when I watch a lot of your darker battle roles, which is kind of a theme here, it always takes me back a little bit to Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer. And I was kind of wondering if that role sort of, how it affected you as a person and you as an actor. Did it kind of put you on the road toward the roles you're doing now, the darker stuff? Or do you think that just would have happened anyway?
You know, sometimes, you know, like as an artist, sometimes you get into these moods where you want to do a lot of color and a lot of flair. Sometimes you get into these moods where you want to take the painting and chew it up, and throw it out the window. You know, sometimes you just want to sculpt something with your hands, you know. So you get a big piece of clay and start doing it, and it happens with acting as well. You get into these moods where you read the script and you're going, now. You read that and now you read something and all of a sudden it's like, yeah. And a lot of times the darker, more intense materials affect me, you know, in a way that wants me to like do them, you know, to challenge. It's more of a challenge for me. Anyway, that's sort of what
I think like great character actors like Rooker tend to kind of land where they belong. You know what I mean? That they kind of, yeah, I don't know.
You know, you just get it.
We're supposed to, they're above our to wrap it up. So
yeah,
let's do these real quick. We'll do these speed answers.
I was wondering if you had any favorite fan experiences.
No. Next.
I don't know what that means.
Fans? Yes, we love the fans.
I love meeting the fans every fan.
All the time.
Each one is wonderful. Yes, sir.
So I guess this is more for Rooker. You started off.
All right, see you guys.
So you're with James Gunn with Slither. And at some point with Guardians of the Galaxy, did you ever look back at Slither and be like, how did we get here? Because, you know, Slither was a classic B movie, whereas GOG had a lot more budget.
Well, yeah. I mean, James has progressed along as a director-writer, and you know, I was one of his sort of, you know, guys that he would watch, and he really dug my work.
Yeah.
So when I came in for Slither, you know, he once he saw me and knew it was me and everything, he really, I think he had it in his mind to cast me as Grant right away.
He had been one of my brother's favorite actors for many, many years before he even started making movies.
Yeah, so I don't know if that really answers your question, but I don't care.
All right, guys, we've come to that time. Thank you very much for being here. Please thank these two gentlemen. Mr. Sean Gunn, Mr. Michael Rooker.